This is breaking news from KSL.
Good evening. Breaking news right now. A guilty verdict that's been 5 years in the making.
That decision handed down by a jury about an hour ago against the man who now is convicted of killing Provo police officer Joseph Shinners. News specialist Garna Mejia is hearing from those close to this case. She spoke with them just a few moments ago. Garna.
Yeah, you guys, we're having family, we're having friends, we're having officers that have just walked out of this courtroom. You can see the tears in their eyes. You can see the emotion. You felt that in that courtroom when that verdict came down. For them, you know, this wasn't a 4-hour deliberation that the jury went into. It wasn't a 2-week trial. It's something that they've been waiting for 5 long, agonizing years. Now, Officer Shinners, who was shot and killed on January 5th, and today a jury found that the man accused and charged with that, Matt Frank Hoover, is guilty of aggravated murder, guilty of other minor charges. Now, family members tell me, again, they flew in from the East Coast. They wanted to be here. They wanted to support and represent him as they asked for justice. Now, here we're about to listen to some of the officers that walked out of the courtroom and shared their thoughts. These are friends, these are loved ones on today's verdict.
Hearing the verdict today was validation of his life, of every police officer's life, that it matters. So I'm pleased with the verdict. I believe it was fair, and be glad that this chapter is over.
A little over 1,000 days, I think they said, since that night when we were working together, and couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier for the verdict, for the family, for Kalen and the boys and his family. So couldn't be happier.
Now, that was 2 of Officer Shinners' friends and his police chief, Chief Ferguson, who was the chief of police of Provo when this all happened. Here is a statement from Officer Shinners' widow. She's been here for the trial, but she says it's just still too raw to speak to us. She did send us a statement that says, "This verdict does not bring justice for me because you can never bring my husband back. I will miss him forever and feel the impact of his life forever. My boys and my entire family will feel the impact of his loss forever." The verdict does show our society that there are consequences to bad choices and that it is unacceptable to kill our police officers who, like Joe, are putting their lives on the line daily with the worst of society. And you know, this has been a theme that we've been hearing from officers, from even the defense, that this really was a senseless tragedy that never should have happened. The defense had made their strategy, their arguments, to say that the accused, now found guilty, Hoover, was trying to kill himself. The prosecution said, you know, this wasn't the case. That's not what the evidence is showing. And ultimately, this jury, made up of all men and 1 woman, it's an 8-person jury, they decided that he was guilty and guilty of aggravated murder. Officer Shinners' dad, we were just talking to him moments ago. You know, you can see, you can sense just that sorrow. It's a bittersweet moment for them. And they were saying, you know, I guess it brings us a little bit of justice. We don't get our son back, and that's what's difficult. You guys, we're going to stay here. We're going to keep you posted on these updates as they come out, and we'll be speaking with prosecution. But for now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Garna Mejia live in Provo tonight. Thank you.